Hello, everyone. It's Kim from K&RP here in southeastern Manitoba. It is a beautiful, sunshiny day. It's pretty chilly out there. When we came back from grocery shopping this morning, it was cloudy, but now it's sunny, and I'm down here. I can tell it's sunny. I have a window over to my left. And anyway, it's sunny, and I didn't even check to see if we have sun dogs. If we've got sun dogs, it's really, really bitterly cold, but that's just Manitoba. So currently minus 21 degrees Celsius, but feels like minus 27 with the wind chill factor, which means in Fahrenheit it is minus 6, but feels like minus 17 Fahrenheit. So, like I say, it's a little bit chilly out there, and it's winter. What can I say? We live with it. Not much we can do about it but complain. And what's the point? Because let's have some happiness in our life. There's more things that we can control to complain about than the weather. Right? Right. All right. One lecture done today. Today, I would like to make some whimsical hats. We all have been, hey, Belinda, nice to see you, hun. We've been playing with making paper dolls, be it for trades, swaps, just because we like paper dolls. Some of it could be a little bit of a challenge, but a lot of times we make paper dolls. So I thought maybe we would play today on making some hats for paper dolls, different styled hats. Not that we need to use them. We could just have a hat lying in a journal on a tag, something like that. So I want to do some funky hats. Also, I have been asked to make some little Valentine monsters. I will make little monsters. I celebrate Valentine's Day the same way I do Christmas. Not very much. So I will make little monsters. If you want to add hearts to them when you're creating your own, by all means, please do so. All right. So I pulled out my ladies. I have a variety of ladies in different styles, different sizes. Oh, look, Sherman, we've got a man too. Valentine's Day. Yep, Valentine's Day monsters. A lot of my ladies have stuff in their hair. Anyway, I'll make hats just to show what they can look like with hats. So, all right. I think I've got a variety of sizes here. Hats don't have to fit when you're doing whimsical dolls and stuff. Remember the cartoons? There was that big bulldog. I can't remember his name, but he was a big bulldog and his toes were turned in. And he had this itty bitty hat on top of his head, like a little bowler hat. Very cute. Totally wonderful for the character. So I could just put like a little hat off the side. It would be like a fascinator. Maybe I need one more, a little bit smaller. Let me just scrounge through the bin. I'm good at scrounging through the bin. I don't think I got, everybody's got big heads here. That's okay. Maybe I've got, oh. No, see, no, their heads are big. I'll use these. All right. So let's play with the top hat first. I'm just going to wobble cut, and then we're going to, the dog was a cartoon character. Yeah, I can't remember what cartoon it was, but he had a hat on. Was it maybe the dog that was in the cartoon of Top Cat? Do you remember Top Cat? I think he had a hat. And then there was a dog, but he had the big drooly jowls, and he was a large economy sized dog. His paws were turned in, and it was a bulldog. So, yeah, I can't remember either. Like, I remember seeing it, but I don't. Oh, look, I've got lots of shadow. We can do puppets. Let's turn that big light on. I'll be back in a second. I can still talk, but yeah, he was definitely a bulldog. Big jowls. I don't know that he drooled because I think that would be offsetting to. But it was from when I was little, and I just remember a big chunky dog. and he just had like a little bowler hat on, like one of those little rounded hats. You know what a bowler hat looks like? Small brim and just a little round. Maybe I'll be able to wobble cut one. We'll figure it out. Okay, I pulled out a whole bunch of scrap paper here. Not overly concerned. Just going to lop off a hunk because you guys know that's the way I work. I'm not going to use this piece. It's pretty pale. Hey, Anne, welcome, welcome. We'll ask Anne. Anne will know. When we were growing up on cartoons, there was a bulldog. Little fat bulldog. I shouldn't say fat. Large economy size bulldog. And his front paws were turned in. And he had a little wee bowler hat on his head. Do you remember the dog? Okay, so we're doing hats today. So there's many, many ways of doing hats, right? You guys can look at it. You don't? Okay. I can't remember if he was on the cartoon Top Cat or Tom and Jerry cartoons, but you don't remember him wearing a hat. Okay. I'm going to have to bear with me, guys. Just bear with me a second. Can I get rid of here? Get rid of that. Let's ask the Google. Oh, I don't even have a keyboard right here. Drag it over. Drag it over. Let's do cartoon bulldog with bowler hat. Okay, there are a lot of stock illustrations, but not the one that I'm thinking of. Oh, Spike the Bulldog and Chester the Terrier, Looney Tunes. Yes. Okay, but there's no picture of them. That's it. It was a Looney Tunes character. I'm not on screen. There he is. There he is. Oh, I wonder if I can get on my tablet. Okay, hang on. We're going to do this way. This way. Get rid of that. Go away. Spike the Bulldog from Looney Tunes. I'm going to do it in my tablet. I'll come back so I can see you guys too. We just have to find you. There we go. Hi, I'm back. Yeah, Spike wore a hat. Yeah, Spike the Bulldog. Spike wore a hat. I'm going to try and get a picture of him. Spike. This is not, my tablet's not typing. My tablet's being a pain in the butt. Okay, anyway. Spike was voiced by Mel Blanc. Yeah. Spike. Oh, my goodness gracious. Spike. The Bulldog image. I just didn't know his name. I couldn't remember his name. Couldn't remember what cartoon he was on. Oh, this one doesn't have a bowler hat. Well, what was the one with the bowler hat? Huh. He didn't have a hat, did he? Okay. I have no idea where I have an image in my head. Spike and Tyke. See, there was a dog on Tom and Jerry. Okay, never mind. We're not going to play that. Anyway, it was a bulldog. And he had his toes turned in and the big jowls. And he had a top hat. See, that's Spike Bulldog, Tom and Jerry. Spike the Bulldog image, Looney Tunes. I think it's Looney Tunes. There we go. There we go. This one. I don't know. Oh, come back. Ugh. I had it and I took the thing out of the holder and lost the image. Okay, first of all, let's turn the brightness up because I never have anything full brightness because I can't see it. Or I can see it, but it hurts. I'm sorry for wasting your time, guys. I'm determined to find this silly dog. And now it's not scrolling up. This is Spike from Tom and Jerry. Spike and Tyke. Come on. It's not scrolling. Hey, yeah, I took the thing out of the thing. I took the tablet out of the holder. I've got a clampy holder thing beside me. There he is. There he is. And he has a little bowler hat, guys. I wasn't hallucinating. See? Can you see him right here? Look, he's got a little bowler hat. So I wasn't hallucinating. I'll check my messenger. Okay. Oh, you know what? Okay. I can check that out too if my tablet's going to play nice. Yep, that's the one I just showed. Perfect. That's him. That's him. We got it. Anyway, he wore a little bowler hat. Ugh. I have a really short cord to plug it into my computer, my tablet, and I moved it the other day, not realizing how short the cord is. How short the cord is, and I bent it. So, yeah, he was a gangster. Hey, Marty, nice to see you. Okay, we're making hats today. Long story short, I don't know how I got dragged into that. Oh, yes, I do, because I said cartoon character, little tiny hat, and it was cute. So if we have like a little tiny hat to put on our ladies, that should be cute too. So I don't know. Let's start with something really simple like a witch's hat. Okay. So do we want it as a dopey witch's hat or a fun? Let's do dopey hat first because we can. So dopey hats to me go like this. Goes around the head like that, kind of just hangs there. So it's got a brim. Then it's got the pointed part, but it's going to go kind of like this. I'm wobble cutting. You knew that was going to happen. And then it's going to go like this. And like that. So this is going to be a witch's hat by the time I'm done. We're going to take a black marker and we're going to draw this. So this will be the brim. Right? We have a brim. And this, maybe it needs to be just a little bit. No, we can just do some kind of like little fold things in there. And we could do little fold things in here too. Right? So it looks wonky. And because it's a witch's hat, how about if we put a spider on it? We can just put instead of a flower or whatever on it, let's do a little spider. And it's going to have legs. And I like it. I like it. So let's outline it. Hats can be very simple. They can be very elaborate. This is going to come down like this and go like that. And like that. This is going to go up like this and like this. And like that. Now, you can't really see the spider very good. So let's outline it with some white. I'm sorry, Belinda. I'm making the spider. I know, not your favorite. Okay, so, and we know that the top of the hat is usually higher up, so it's going to be light. My white pen doesn't want to work on that. And probably around the middle of the brim would be white. Let's get a pen that works, Kim. We can make that white. Okay, so of course, because it's kind of folded and in, we're going to add a little bit of shadow to that now. Have a black pencil here. So I'm just going to give it some little darkness around the folds. And of course, at the top of the brim is going to be shaded as well because the brim is in front of the hat. Right? And then the bottom of the brim will have a bit of shade. So we could take this hat and we could put it on this little lady here. I guess I could have brought it out just a little bit more, but that's okay. So she could have a witchy kind of hat. And that's kind of cute. Now this one could have the witchy hat. And that too would be cute. But it's a little bit big for her head. So in order to do something like that, when we cut the hat, we want that rounded part, but that's going to be in the background now. We're going to go like this around. Then we're going to have the brim of the hat. And let's do that witchy hat again. Semi the same. Okay, so it kind of almost looks like a genie hat. I'm not very good at witches' hats here, guys. So now this is the brim of the hat, right? So this part here is the brim of the hat. So this would all be in shadow. Let's just give it some darker lines like this. Now we want it to fit her head, right? Because it's a big hat. Let's make that just darker. Darker. We need it darker. So we need the hat to fit her head. So because her head is so small, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a pair of scissors and I'm going to make a little snip right along where we did the shading. And we're going to tuck her head in there. So I'm just going to give it a little bit of fold. Give it a snip. We're going to go along there a little bit. And along here a little bit. And then we're going to take her head and we're going to stick it in there. Okay, we need a little bit more. And that just shows that the hat comes down and around the back of her head. Right? Does that make sense? That's a very big hat for this little girl. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. So, then you could position it wherever you wanted, right? Okay, so we have the one little witch's hat. This one, maybe it's not a witch's hat. Maybe we want to make this into more like a top hat. Because so we'll make this into kind of like a little lady's top hat. In which case, now we need the top of the hat, right? And it will come down like a top hat, just like this. Now, we could give it a nice colorful ribbon. Let's do that. Am I making sense to you guys? Oh, let's get a pencil that actually has a lead in it. Or a marker or paint, whatever you guys have. So we're going to do this. Give it a green ribbon. And now we could put a flower on it. I would glue a flower on because, that's me. But wrong lady. Wrong lady. This one has a very cute hat. Almost matches her pants. And of course, you make it as tall or as short as you want it, right? So there, 2 hats like that. Now let's do one of those big floppy hats. We're going to go like this. So, do you want it low in the back and short in the front? How do we want to do it? Because if we do that, we need to have for the back of the hat, and then it's going to come over the head, right? And probably like that for the brim, right? So then we've got the brim that would be coming around, and the top of the hat is rounded. And then this is a little bit bigger because that would be behind the head. Yeah, put her head on the paper to determine the size of the hat brim. Yeah. Yeah. So now on this one, this is the brim. Goes like this and like that. This is behind the head. So that's going to be in shadow. Okay, so we've got the brim that's like this. Does that make sense? So again, it would go on the head like this, and that would be behind the head. So I would take it and cut that little bit off till that was even with her head. So I would just kind of snip here, right beside it. Find that little snip that I just made. Right there is the snip. So we're going to cut that part off up to the base of the brim here. Okay, so then when we glue it on our doll, that part looks like it's coming from behind the head, and this is over the head. Of course, this side would probably be longer. Does that make sense? It looks like it's coming from behind. In fact, what you could do is then take this and give it a little bit of a snip so that you could kind of tuck that behind. Right? Does that work? Okay. Now, we can do the same kind of thing with the brim coming over both sides of the hat, kind of hanging down floppy-ish. So we're going to go cut it like this. It's not even in any way, shape, or form because I'm wobble cutting. Hey, nice to see you, Brenda. So then we're going to have the brim of the hat. We're going to have the crown of the hat. And then the other side of the brim of the hat, right? So we already know that we're going to have the hat going like this over her head. So this would be dark. That's the brim. This is dark. So again, we are going to cut a piece here, cut a piece there, and we're going to cut along the brim between those two cut pieces so that when we've got it on her head, now we're going to cut along the brim. Forgot that part. And you can cut a fair ways this way, as long as it's there, because when you're gluing it down into your book, you've got room to play, right? Nice to see you, Brenda. Does that make sense, guys? For how to do hats? Spray her? Wait, nice to see you. Welcome, welcome. Marty has fleas. I don't know if she does. Yeah, that one turned out fun. Like, I mean, you just have to play and get it to fit the way you want. I just pulled out scrap papers, so they're not going to match any of these dolls. I'm not overly concerned about that. I just need them so that I can show you how I do them, right? So on this lady, we could get her to wear this hat, but now her hair sticks out the back, right? So we would have to either trim her hair down or make the hat bigger, right? She's got a bow in her hair, so that looks kind of goofy, so we'd want to cover up the bow. But this way, you can make hats that would fit just about any of the dolls that you do. I think I cut it too big for this. No, look, I can even put it on this doll. Right? So you don't have to necessarily cut this piece out. It depends on how much bulk you're working with for in your journals. You could basically just do a slit up the middle and cut along where the brim is, and you could fit it on any size head that you have, right? Do I have a smaller one? I gotta have a doll with a smaller head. Because when you pull things out of magazines, they don't always have that big a head. She's got a small head, right? So I could even get away with a hat like that on something this small because it's whimsical. And of course, you could put flowers on it. You could put a bird on it. You could put, yeah, definitely. So that's how I make sure that I can do my hats so that I can have it looking like it's going behind the heads. All right. So we've got a couple of floppy-ish hats. We got something like a top hat and something like a witch's hat. Put a bird on it. Yeah, I could put a bird on it. I'm not going to bother decorating these because I don't know what I'm going to be doing with them just yet. So look at these scraps. Kim's throwing them out. I'm trying to get a handle on all my scraps, guys. I played on Shannon's channel last night. I had a nice play date with Shannon, Art Junkie. And I made more cats because I figured that would be easy. Something fun to play with. Garbage, yeah. I put it in the garbage, believe it or not. Okay, let's lop off a hunk of this stuff. Now, what about one of those little, almost like a toque, right? So basically, you're just going to take it and go up and around, and it's going to have to fit on the head, right? So this one obviously is going to be for one of the smaller dolls. Yeah, you need scissors for each. So this one would go on like a smaller doll. You could have it big, you could have it small, whatever you like, right? But normally a toque would just go right on top of the head. You guys don't call them toques, you call them beanies, right? Right? So that would just go over her head like this. Now, of course, you need that knitted cuff on that. So we are going to draw a line for a knitted cuff. Something like that. And then we are just going to draw lines down it. And of course, now, because it's like this, once we've got it glued down, if we want to glue it down, I would then take it, turn it over, and cut it to fit her head exactly, right? So we would take these scissors. Yeah. And we would just go around it because we just want it to fit on her head like a toque or a beanie. That one actually matches her quite well. And then, of course, you have to put a pom-pom on it, right? So then you would just take a little circle of paper. We'll just cut a little wee circle of paper. Okay, a big circle of paper. Something shaped like this. And let's make that look like a pom-pom. So we're going to take a blue pencil crayon and we're going to scribble on it. Spray time. Right, so we're going to make it look like a pom-pom just by scribbling. Because that'll make it look fuzzy. And then we're going to take a black gel pen. And we're going to do like little scribbly lines around the edge. I will hold this up so that you can see it right away. So that you know what I'm talking about. Come. Okay, so you take a little round piece of paper and hope that your camera focuses. There you go. Scribble on it with a blue because that's the depth against the white, and draw just some little marks around the outside, and it's like a pom-pom. Do you call them pom-poms? Do you call them puffs? I don't know what you guys call them. And then, of course, we're going to outline this hat. Oh, that's the one I cut off. Silly. Silly, silly. So we're going to outline this hat. And remember, if you're putting a hat on a creature, a person, whatever you're putting a hat on, when it's on, you have to do the shading underneath, right? That gives it the impression that it's sitting on top. Let's add a little bit of glue to this. Come. Doesn't want to play. My hands are so dry today. Oh, goodness. I went grocery shopping today because it was 10% Tuesday. But yesterday, I went to one of the bulk stores and got all my dried lentils and beans, 3 different kinds of beans, black beans, kidney beans, and just white beans. And I buy them in like 10-pound bags. So, yeah. All right. So I have a pom-pom on this little knit toque thing here. Why isn't this stuff clearing off my tablet? Go away. So then I could glue that down on this lovely little lady here or not. I'm not going to bother because these ladies, I like just the way they are. But if you're doing collages, you saw a pom-pom bigger than her hat. Oh my goodness. I can even imagine the weight of that. Really? Okay. So, I mean, now if you are working in a magazine or something and you've got, do I have a magazine even anywhere close to me? I have, what do I have? What's this? Okay, this isn't really a magazine. This is from when I had my store way back in the 80s. This is from 1985. It's a catalog. I used to order tapestries, like kits. No, they were just the printed canvases. I want to see if I've got a lady in here that I can show you. If so say we are cutting this lady out. Then we would cut a hat to necessarily, match her. Does that work? Good. Hey, Maritza, nice to see you. Oh, 14 geese flew over your head? Cool. We don't have geese here right now. Everything's frozen. I actually really like that hat on this lady. What do you guys think? So there we go. We got a beanie and other stuff. Okay, so now I've got this. What about like just one of those cloche hats? You know, the ones that were really tight across around the head and they had like a bow tied around the side and it was very, very tight fitting to the head. Hi, Chrissy. Nice to see you. Welcome, welcome. Yes, you did. Welcome. I am making hats for paper dolls. I am not putting them on my paper dolls. I just pulled my paper dolls out to show how I do the hats. So we've done this one. And I've got it so that it could fit a few of the different dolls. I'm just showing my style on how to make some hats. We got a kind of a floppy hat in that one. We have a toque. I can say toque. Chrissy will understand that. No, not necessarily. It's a beanie, Chrissy. Yeah. Yes. So anyway, did a toque, a beanie, whatever you want to call it. We did it a floppy hat so that it's just kind of floppy on one side. Of course, I should have done the brim larger. I don't draw things out. I just cut. I whatever. So then I did almost like a little top hat, and I cut out just along the brim. So I've got the background, and that could fit on many a doll's head. Little top hat. And then I did a witch's hat, which would just kind of go like this, a wonky witch's hat. So just playing with some little hats today. So let's do like a cloche hat. Now, because I'm just kind of building up a little bit of an inventory, I am not measuring it. Hey, Janet, nice to see you, hon. Welcome, welcome. I'm just playing hats today. So if you had a specific doll and you didn't know what to do with her hair, then we would normally put a hat on it. So once you've got the doll and you've got it cut out, you could take the doll and we're going to trace, what kind of hat am I doing? A cloche, right? It's like one of those ones that just tight with a bow on the side. Let's use this doll. So we're going to trace her head on the back. I don't normally trace things, but we're doing it today. So a cloche usually comes to about here. You know, it's on the head and it comes to about there. Across the face, basically just along the top of the head. So we've got that. And of course, it would be going along the head. So we do this, right? So it's almost like a little crescent moon kind of thing. Hey, Colleen, nice to see you. Welcome, welcome. I am just playing hats. Okay, so now I'm doing like a cloche. So I traced out the doll's head. Earlier I showed how I do them so that they would fit kind of any size doll. So we know that it usually has a big kind of a ribbony thing here on the side, almost like a bow, but different. So I'm just going to do a little kind of a scribble thing. So I'm just going to cut it out. So we're going to take the scissors and we're going to cut that scribbly thing out. And we're just going to wobble cut it. Just whatever shape we like. Then we get closer to the head. Now we want to go and trim it so that it's going to go on the doll's head that we are specifically making the hat for. Okay. And then we're going to go along the brim. I don't know if it's called a brim if it doesn't have a brim. So now when we look at it, we've got the hat. Let's draw the hat out. So the hat goes like this. Okay, that is the shape of the hat itself. And then on the side, we've got that ribbony thing. I don't know if it's a bow, what exactly it is I just usually just scribble in it. And then we take that and we put it on our doll. Okay, now this is a little bit big because we want it just here. So I'm going to, because it's that little bit big, I'm going to hold this side against the side of her head where I want it. She has the wrong kind of hair. Everybody's hair is too big. So we're just going to work with it. So we want it just alongside the hair, the top of the head, right? Let's pull it down just a little bit. I cut it big. And now we're going to trim this to fit the side of her head because we want it tight on her head because that's the kind of hat it is. Toboggan. A toboggan is a sled. Stocking cap. Wobble. I've never heard a toque called a toboggan. That's interesting, Brenda. Where in your travels was the toque called a toboggan? Okay, so now we're going to have to change the dark line on that. But that's okay. Not a problem. We just go around and we draw another one. Now, of course, if you've got fancy markers or whatever, you could do a ribbon so that it's like a flat across the head and do the bow with the ribbon so that it's tied. Does that make sense, guys? Variety of hats. Variety of hats. All right. Let's do another kind of a floppy hat that's just going to go on the head. We're not going to worry about it coming down underneath and around. Kind of like this, but it's going to just be like this hat. Just a big floppy hat with no slots for where we're putting in. You have a cloche hat? Awesome. Does this look like a cloche hat? Am I just pulling things out of my, You lost your keyboard? I did that the other day. You have no idea. No idea. It just happens. I know. It just happens. All right. So let's grab this one. We're just going to do like a floppy hat. So, of course, we're going to just hack off a hunk of paper. I don't like using little scissors. So, again, we're going to make it around so that it goes around the head, right? So we're going to give it a bit of a curl. I don't know how big a flop the brim I want, but we're going to go like this. So it's going around the head. Now we're going to do the brim. You know what? We might give the brim just a little bit of a woo, right? Like that. And this one can go the same way. There we go. Kind of looks like a bat. All's good. Don't worry about it. So we've got the brim. We're just going to do a little wee crown. It's all about the brim on this hat, guys. And then we're going to do the other side brim. And we're going to trim those whoops off. Just so it looks more floppy-ish. The milliner. My nan used to make hats. My nan and my mom used to make hats. Southern states call them toboggans or boggans. Interesting. Yeah, I like those cloche hats. Yeah, I'd never heard that before either. Like, to me, a toboggan was always a sled. Okay, so now, of course, we're going to do the brim. going to follow the top line like this. We have the hat itself. Decorate it with hearts. Decorate it with flowers. Put a bird on it. Put feathers on it. Make these hats wild and wonderful and full of fun. You know, like just get silly with it. Could put sequins on it. We could put little sticky bling things on. So I haven't cut this part of it big enough, so I am just going to quickly increase the size of this. So if you're making them for your stash, your hats for your stash, then always leave that little bit in case you've got a doll with a bigger head and you decide, hey, I want that. Yeah, exactly, Janet. Oh, my mom and my nan used to wear the most bizarre hats because, yeah, it does keep us interesting. I agree, guys. That's right. So when you're making your hats, leave enough room so that you can fit it on almost any doll's head. So that's a really kind of a fun hat. Like I say, let's put some flowers or something on it. Let's grab the flower bin over here. I'm sure I got little flowers that I can stick a little Kimbit flower on. Something little like this. I have a little wee rose. Oh, yeah, grandbabies and hats, definitely. My kids and grandbabies, well, the boys would wear hats. My daughter's 2 boys. Never a problem wearing hats. I had no clue why they were so good for her. But they wore really cute little boy hats, right? Hats and butts. All right, Marty. All right. Oh, wait. I forgot to draw a ribbon on. We'll do that right away. Okay, so we've got a glued on rose. We want it just a bit above the brim. Didn't manage to do it in time. And I stuck it to my board. All's good. Let's this is semi the same color. Let's just give this hat a ribbon to go with it. Swears at the purple on the hat, but that's fine. Hey, Anne, nice to see you. Little House on the Prairie hat for your granddaughter? Oh, I bet you it was. The museum that I worked at, we had a lady that actually made those bonnets for the kids. The museum was a Mennonite museum, and they would make all those cute little bonnety things for sale for the tourists. So there, you have a floppy hat with a flower on it. So again, you could put a hat on, any kind of a hat on anyone. You just need to, like this one, maybe I should do this one again because I cut a little bit too much off. Normally, I don't cut that much off, right? So as long as you've got, so that you've got the dark part for behind the head, like I say, if you just cut a slit up that area and then cut along the brim, you could put it on any size doll. Any size doll head. I know she wouldn't have a bow and a hat, but yeah. It's Mike. Isn't that Mike? How are you, Florida Ann? I don't often cut things out of magazines and use them, but when I was doing these dolls, I did. because they had like books and stuff in a Costco catalog. So I needed little pictures for things to put on the dolls. Yeah, he's nice and cozy. So yeah. All right. So that's how I do hats. Do you guys have other ways of doing hats? I'm just curious. I've shown you a few to choose from. We could do a better top hat. Let's do a better top hat. That one's really wonky. Okay, we'll use this paper. We'll move this out of the way. Anybody else playing Becca's Heart Challenge? Okay, so we're going to do a top hat. So we're going to go down a little bit for the brim, right? Down for the brim. Then we're going to do the brim. And the top hat itself. Now you can do it square. I like to give it that just a little bit of shape. And because I don't draw things out, you know darn well this is going to be one wonky top hat. It's a little pointy. And this one's a little bit fat. It's the only problem with wobble cutting, guys, is, you know, sometimes you have to go back and readjust what you have cut. That's fine. Okay, so we're going to turn this into a top hat. You'd like to know how I did my paper dolls? I have a few videos that I have done paper dolls on, but I would gladly do another one. This month I've got pretty much booked doing other things, but I could put it on the schedule for February. Nope, this is February. March. Would that work, Chrissy? Yeah, I've done paper dolls a few different ways. I've done those. We have done, I have a collection. We've done scarecrow dolls. We've done lots of paper dolls. We did paper dolls recently, didn't we, guys? Didn't we just do a Feral Artist Group Sunday paper dolls? Yes, we did. So there's one on a Sunday, and there's a group of us, and we all did paper dolls our own way. Was that a Sunday? Belinda, do you remember? Yeah, Anne. Yeah, Anne, because you did it. So it was a Sunday. So yeah, we just did paper dolls recently. So they there are different ones to choose from, definitely. Definitely. Okay, we're doing a top hat here. We're doing a top hat. So, again, it's going to have a brim. And a top hat's brim is pretty straight. Okay, so there's the brim. Right? So I'm going to cut. Let's shadow this in first, because this is the underneath part of the hat. So that's going to be dark. I am using extreme blacks and stuff right now, just to show you how to do that part. Okay. So now I'm going to cut this black up to the light blue right there. And then I'm going to go along that light blue about 3/4 of the way on both sides. Okay, Marty, take care, hon. Thanks for coming. You love the dollies? Oh, thanks. I'm going to be making a shenanigans book, and that's what they're for. I just haven't gotten around to it. I've got all these round to it's that just fall by the wayside. Thanks for coming. Okay, so this is like a top hat. It's a little bit too round at the top, so we're gonna take a bit of that roundedness off. We only want it like slightly rounded. Much better, much better. Okay, so we've got the top hat with the brim, and you can see I colored too far over on this side, so the blue isn't going right to the edge the way this side does. So it's kind of a wonky top hat, but that's okay. You'll buy a paper doll you can color your own. Hey, Beth, nice to see you, hun. Yeah, I'm playing hats for the paper dolls today. We've done a few. So anyway, any hat that you do, make sure you do under the brim, color it darker, cut a slit up the middle, and then cut along the brim. And that way you can put that hat on a doll with any size head. Well, I mean, she's big, but you know what I mean? So it would work for this doll for sure, right? And it would work for this doll. Take care, Marty. Yeah, Beth is our paper doll princess. She really is. I think I've got... Beth had a paper doll swap on her channel. You guys, somebody can swap Janet's and Beth's channels in, please. Marty doesn't stream. Who else is here? Yeah. Anne Laura, are you still here? Florida Anne? Are you still here? Can you put Anne in as well? Someone who's putting channels in for me? That would be so awesome. So awesome. Steph. I don't think Steph streams. Oh, Maritza, if you're still here, can you put Maritza's in too, please, guys? I don't think anybody else streams. I would appreciate somebody doing that for me because you all know how bad I am at doing. You have paper doll stamps? Cool. I don't have stamps. 2 weeks ago with the feral group? Yeah. Beth, my love, can you put everyone's channels in, please, hun? Please, pretty, please. And Beth is streaming this evening, right? Okay, so we've got this top hat. And we've tried it on various dolls. So, of course, then we've got it. It fits anybody. That's when we start decorating it, right? So we're going to definitely outline it. And I'm going to do just a slight around the top, just so that it doesn't look 100% flat. Now, of course, I would be shading everything. You know, I shade darn near everything. I grab the pencil crayons and I shade the edges so that the edges are definitely darker than the middle, so that you know that the edges are a little bit farther back. I would definitely do right along where the brim is so that you know that that's a little bit darker. And then, of course, the very bottom of the brim would have some shading. Now, if you were putting a ribbon on it, like some top hats have that. Hi, Pixie. Nice to see you, sweetie. Nice to see you. Oh, thanks, Beth. You're a sweetheart. So a lot of top hats just have one single ribbon along the base of the Crown. Is that crown? Am I using the words correctly? The top part of a hat. I always like this entire piece of the hat. I call it the crown. Is that a crown? Please correct me if I am wrong. We are a learning channel. Because on when I did the chunky cats a couple of weeks ago, we learned that those things are called whisker pads, right? These things here. These are the ones I did on Shannon's channel last night. Well, some of them. So this thing here is called a whisker pad. What was the question? This part of the hat, like this barrel part, is that called the crown of a hat? I know that these ones are called the crown of a hat, but I don't know if that is all, like every hat, if that's a crown or if they have different words. Brim. This is the brim, right? That's the brim, the wider part. Stovetop, yeah. Stovetop, crown, yeah. See, I forgot about stovetop, yeah. The very top of it is the crown. Okay. The style of the top hat is a stovepipe, yes. All right. Pixie is another Canuck. Are you not? Wait a minute. I met some new people on Shannon's channel last night, and I think Pixie is also a Canadian. White boxers with blue stripes. Lovely. Because we were talking about toques. And Brenda, who has traveled extensively, said that in the South, they are called toboggans. I'm Canadian. Yep, yep. Yes, I am. So anyway, beanies, toques, and now toboggan is a new name for them. What were the other ones? I have to go back and look. I love learning all these crazy trivia. Oh, it's way back there. Way back in chat. Oh, where do I cut my paper dolls from? Stamps, magazines. These are all hand painted. They're hand painted and I can't find it, Brenda. Anyway, Brenda had a whole list in the chat of the other names for the toques. Right. Hey, Carol. Carol also is a Canadian. Yay. We're talking about the names of these hats. By Sarnia Bridge. Cool. I am in Manitoba, just north of North Dakota and Minnesota. Carol also streams. So, anyway, we were talking about this kind of hat. And then we were trying to figure out if this whole part of the hat is called a crown or what it's called. Oh, Beth, I love you. I love you so much. You have no idea. I appreciate you so much. So, again, when you're doing these kinds of hats or whatever, do the slice up the middle, cut along the brim edge or the floppy edge, whatever part of the hat, so that you can put it on any size doll. So I'm going to build up a stash of hats again. And that way, if I decide my dolls need a hat, I will have them. Top part is the crown. All right, all right. Toque, toboggan, sock cap. That's it. Stocking cap, yes. Bobble. I don't get the bobble. Unless you're talking about the pom-pom. Crown, brim, band, lining, crease, and decoration. It's all the parts of a top hat. See, I said about the band, crease. Cool. See, guys, we're learning something. We're talking hats, and thank you, Beth. Thank you, thank you. I really appreciate that. Did you put yours in too, hon? Yes, you did. Beth streams tonight. Carol and Anne probably. Well, Anne will be streaming tomorrow. Carol occasionally streams just after or before on Wednesdays, but Carol streams Friday mornings for sure. Beth streams tonight. Chrissy is new to us, guys. She's I met her over on Monica's channel in the chat, and she decided to come and play with us. So, okay, hats. Do them so that they can fit multi-sized people. Does that make sense, guys? Will I put these dolls on a piece of paper for a screenshot? They are on... There's a picture of them in my IG, but these ones I am not really sharing as such because they are... I don't know. I'm debating about putting them in Etsy or not. You just need a sample? Okay. Yeah, I can send you a sample, Beth. Not a problem. Not a problem. Because I've got them on my computer. They even have names. I was writing the names on the back of them because when I do them, quite often you guys name things for me. No, Beth added a few YouTube links. I think you just need to scroll back some. There's Beth's. There's Ann Lars. There is Janet Nash's. Janet Nash streams Monday mornings. And she's in England, so it's her afternoon, our mornings. Janet Nash, like all these ladies are so incredible. You cannot walk out of anybody's stream or away from any stream without being inspired somehow. And just the ideas, like you just get overrun with ideas. Okay, I think that's all that she found. I don't know who's missing. Carol, can I make you a mod and can you add your channel, please? We are a great group. Yeah. Beth and Carol and the two Anns and Miriam, who isn't here right now, usually stream on Sundays. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to do that since I'm on this today. Thank you very much. Thank you. Excellent. 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 All right. So, are you guys tired of hats? You know, we could probably even put hats on cats. This is cut. Gotta check it out. Gotta check it out. There we go. Yeah. We could even put hats on cats, guys. His tail's glued to the back of his head. And after I did this series of cats, I forgot that I actually put their heads way down their body so it looked like it's on their paws. You never tire of hats? Well, I need to do some monsters. I have been asked to do some little monsters for Valentine's. Look at that. Oh, you're playing with watercolors? I'm just learning watercolor. Thank you, Carol. You know what? I kind of really like that hat on that cat. I don't know. Okay. All right. So, hats. Basically, if you see a hat in a magazine or whatever, you can cut it out. Just add some paper behind so that you don't have, you know what? I don't have any dogs. I did that one series of dogs from taking the paint and squishing it and opening it up, and I turned them into dogs. But I don't have. Try another hat on that cat. Okay. I liked that top hat. Let's try this witch's hat. The witch's hat is kind of cute on him too. I know I need dogs. You know, I have. You have no idea how many critters I've got. That's a cute hat on the cat, too. That's a lovely top hat, Janet. That little emoji. See, that one has the down brim. We didn't do any down brim hats. But as I'm saying, like if you see a hat in the magazine and you want to cut it out to put on a lady, give it that extra room so that you can do this. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to have to do a series of cats and hats. And I'll have to put the hat on before I put the tail on. Oy. Maybe we'll do cats and hats. Sunglasses? Oh, I've got glasses. And if I don't, we'll make a pair of glasses really fast. I can use that, or I can use. You guys know what I'm going to do. Those of you who have watched me for a while know exactly what I'm going to do. We're going to make glasses. Yeah. Kimbits. We call my stuff Kimbits. That cat was made to wear hats. I don't know. They all would look cute in hats. These cats, you know, the cats have personality. Okay, so we're going to take a hunk of paper. We're going to fold it in half. We're going to take a hole punch, and on the fold side, we're going to punch a hole. Do both pieces. Okay? So you open it up, and you got eyeball holes. So then you're going to take your scissors, and you're going to go around those holes. Let's make these cat eye glasses. We're playing. And we're going to go around the hole. And remember that you need to go where the fold is. You have to keep the fold together. But you can make the nose, the bridge nose bridge part of the glasses quite small. And look at that. You have a pair of glasses. That's fair size for the cat. But I mean, if we were putting sunglasses, that would be black underneath, right? So let's grab a piece of dark paper. I should have some dark paper that I can glue behind those glasses. Somewhere. Come on, Kim. Okay. I don't have one right handy. We can scribble on a hunk of paper and we could even just use these. No, they're a little small. Never mind. We're just going to scribble on a piece of paper. So I do glasses with this. This is a 5/8 inch punch. And of course, I do them with this size as well. Okay, so I'm going to glue that onto there and then cut it out again. Glue. Because, we've got this rabbit hole here, guys. Sending me off down the rabbit holes. Down the rabbit hole with Kim. Not a problem. Hold on to your house. Now we're going to cut this out. I'm not as good at fussy cutting something that was already cut out as I am at just wobble cutting something and having it do what I need it to do. Yeah, I'm sticking my tongue out here, guys. I am sticking my tongue out, and you guys can't see it, so it's okay. All right. We got ourselves some cool sunglasses. Now, of course, if I had stickles or something, I could put some bling on that, right? We could have some great bling. Okay, it probably needs to be a bit smaller because can't see his ears anymore. Let's do a pair with a regular hole punch. So they'll be smaller. Definitely we'll do them smaller. Oh, thanks, Janet. You can cut any. Okay, take care, Chrissy. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Hope to see you again. Yeah, Brenda. You have a hard hole punch size? Awesome. Okay, so we'll just do a regular hole punch. And you get really cute little glasses. Right? So, okay, again, you've got it. You fold it. You punch your hole out. Let's try doing it the right way around, Kim, because you can. And you can put the holes a little bit farther away, too. You can put them wherever you like. Valentine's sunglasses, yeah. Okay, so now we just have a regular hole punch hole. So we're going to just go widely around the hole because we can. Widely. But remember to bring it close into the nose, where the nose piece of the glasses are. Right? Glasses. You can have a lot of fun making glasses. See, now this one, I probably should have done the holes. Whole new level to doll making. I'm just into the accessories here now. Okay, so you determine if your eyes are a little bit closer together. Because I use a lot of hole punch holes, and I usually have papers like this, I have a bin full of just blank glasses that I can add to anything. Some of the holes are closer, some are farther apart. It's, anyway, glasses. You can make glasses for your dolls and your critters, right? Like, really? That's too big for her. Too big for her. I could get away with it with her. Come on, right? Maybe. Yeah, definitely. If you have black paper to put behind them, for sure. But you could have glasses. We've done it before, you know. Glasses everywhere. All right. All right. So we've done dolls, we've done glasses, we've done hats. We didn't do dolls. So I was asked to make some little monsters for Valentine's Day. And as I said really early, you know, if I was gluing it down, it would be easier, but I'm not gluing it. These guys are complete. I don't want to add anything to these guys. Was I saying? Oh, I feel about Valentine's Day the same way I feel about Christmas. That you shouldn't have to buy presents for that day specifically to show that you care about a person. You should be doing it throughout the year. Because if you're just doing it for that one day and you don't do anything throughout the year, it's an obligation. It's not a, you know what I mean? And it's a money grab. So anyway, I'll put that soapbox away now. Okay, a crown, Beth. Okay, we can do a crown. Lop off a hunk of paper. I like lopping off hunks of paper. So a crown usually has, it goes around the head like this. Now, again, you would use the doll specifically to have the crown because you want it so that it's, well, I guess you could have it just sitting on top of the head. Okay. You do a rounded part like that. Okay. We'll just fold it in half because I prefer having things folded in half. That way things are equal. So now you want to do the crown part. We're going to go like this. And I'm doing it rounded because this way we could put little bits of bling on it. Right? And it's got a big center. You could do points. You could do whatever you want. I'm doing it like this because if I'm putting this on her as a crown, I'm just going to take off these points just a little bit because it just looks better. Okay, so you've got the crown. And of course, you would use something a little bit shinier. And I have a tendency to make these rounds very round. We don't want it quite that round. You just want a slight curve. Just a slight curve. There we go. Much better. Right? Because crowns have bling. So you're going to have something like this. And then you're going to take something like stickles or little blingy dots. What would work absolutely wonderfully on that is diamond dots. I'm just going to use some stickles. And we'll see if I can get them to work. Stickles and me are not a friend ever since I blew that one up. So my hands ache when I squeeze things too hard. So I used pliers. Never use pliers with your stickles, guys. Ask Kim. She knows. There we go. Now, but it's so... Ugh. Not fun. Don't like it. How do people do this? Like, I can't do this. It's not working for me. It hurts. What else have I got? I got kids glitter glue. Let's use kids glitter glue. Find some that's not all dead, dilapidated. So then you could cover the whole thing in glitter glue. You could cut it out of glitter paper, actually. They've got, yeah. Oh, there are pictures of me. I've got stickles all over. I was the glittery green grandma Whoa! This glitter glue works. I can do big blobs and it will dry. It'll take a while to dry, but it will dry. There. I don't know how well you can see that. All right. Let's try and pick that up. Big blobs of gold glitter. And that will make a really lovely crown. But we're going to have to let that dry for, probably until tomorrow. But very simple. Very, very simple. Crowns are easy. You can do them in any shape. But seriously, if you have that gold glitter paper, or if you get that holographic kind of paper from Dollar Tree or Dollarama, that works good. Yeah, Brenda, I don't mind the glitter glue. I have lots of glitter glue, but I did have some stickles and I loved them. But because my hands and the arthritis and the aches, I can't, it's something I can't use. Okay, let's do some little painted monsters. So, I have water. Don't really need water. I need a lid to put some paint on. And you know what? We're going to do these little monsters kind of like the way I do those paint blob flowers. Grab a lid. Grab a lid. So let's grab a couple colors of paint. How about blue and yellow and pink? Yeah, I can't get a consistent size of output either. Okay, Belinda. So we're going to put some blue down. That's pink. I was looking at the blue bottle when I said it. I'm very confused. All's good. I'm putting the blue right beside it. All right. Just a reminder, on Friday, Jean and I will be on her channel, and we are doing junk embroidery. I think it's going to be fun. I just want something happy. Not that any of my monsters have really muddy colors, but I want something happy. So the picture of the monsters she was interested in that were sent to me were almost like thumbprint. You know how we do the thumbprint birds and stuff? Oh, thanks, Janet. Take care, hun. Thanks for coming. Hugs to you and Freddie. So I'm just going to use this piece of painted book page. And we're going to do some little roly-poly monsters. So we're going to take a lid of a glue stick. We're going to use this one. Doesn't really matter what size you use. You're going to take... I haven't found a corner rounder that likes me. I really don't. Those I have difficulty with. So 2 or 3 colors down. And you're going to dip your lid in. And it's going to be a big mess. But we're just going to take it. And we're going to smush it. And yeah, they're not exactly round. But that's okay. They're monsters. I think that's probably the same blue that was on the paper, but a little bit thicker. That's a lot of paint, Kim. So but they're going to be fun. I probably should have done this at the beginning of this stream so that they were dry by now. Then I got this white piece here. I'm just going to do a whole bunch of blobs on here as well. Oh, Anne's going. Take care. Oh, no, Janet was saying bye to Anne. Okay, I'm confused. Why do I stream? I don't know. So we're going to do a bunch of roly-poly little monsters, guys. Roly-poly little monsters. You were using it last week? Well, there's the rub, right? Like, it's gone. It's gone. Now, the image that was sent to me, the monsters had stick arms and legs. They're very cute. But like I say, because I'm not a big celebrator of Valentine's Day, you thought of Anne when you were searching drawers? Oh, you had a presentation? Cool. Cool. So these need to dry. You know what? I'm going to get the heat gun. I have a heat gun now. Ron was kind enough to bring that to me from the shop because I was complaining about how long it took for my poor sketchbook watercolors to dry. Do you guys use it on acrylics too? We're going to find out. We are going to find out. I have plugs on this side of my desk. Oh, close up and personal. Okay, I'm going to mute my microphone. Can I mute my microphone? I can. I'm going to mute my microphone and dry these. Hang on. I don't like that. Yeah, they bubble with heat. That's okay. They're just monsters. Just monsters. Not a big fan of the smell. Didn't like them blowing all over the place. And it was really hot on the fingers. You're not fired from your voluntary position? Excellent. Okay, so I'm going to take a piece of paper towel and we're going to do this. I'm just going to swoosh it because I can. I got cats jumping off my desk here. Stop that. It's okay if they're not exactly round. These ones are really thick. All right. Dry enough that I can work with them. I don't like the ones against the blue. Didn't even think of that with the blue paint. It's okay. It's okay. So we got paint blobs on the pages. Now, like I say, the original ones I was sent, they had stick arms and legs, big toothy smile kind of things, some little ears. They look kind of shaggy. So I'm going to take a gel pen. These are dry. So let's make them look shaggy. We're just going to go like this around the edge. Almost like the way I do those little fuzzy Goonie birds of mine, right? I'm going to do that to all of them. Give them some little crazy fuzzies. Because they're kind of like little tumbleweed monsters. Oh, that paint's really wet. Didn't check that one. Might as well. Might as well. Stick your whole hand in it because it doesn't really matter. All right. I'm going to leave these ones. Those ones are still pretty thick and wet with paint. And this edge, and that edge. I can come back and do those. All right. All right. All right. Okay, so we're going to give them some eyes. Let's take scraps of white paper and we're going to cut some eyes out of them. You guys know I always like cutting my eyes out of paper. Welcome back, Belinda. Or do I want to use paint? What do I want to use, guys? Let's just grab some paint. I need red and I need white. Because we can. Did I have a lid? Did I put it back? It's over here. It's over here. I like the way those turned out, those little green things. Right. Okay, so a little bit of red. We need some whites because we need the whites of their eyes. Not that monsters have whites of eyes. I don't know. What do you guys think? So I'm going to do these little monsters. I am not going to add hearts to them. If somebody wants hearts with them, they can add hearts after. What I will do is I will make these monsters and I will scan them into the computer and I will put them on Meet Your Creativity and you guys can just grab them if you want them. And if not, that's fine too. Okay, so I do have a thing of water. Grab some brushes. Let's start by putting some eyeballs on these. So we're going to take the white. And this one's going to have one eyeball right there. This guy's going to have 3 eyeballs on this side of his head. Just little eyeballs. White and bloody red. What are you thanking me for? Are you leaving? My annual offer, are you leaving? Lesson plan for 3 to 4 classes a day for 5. Oh. Yeah, excellent. Oh, thanking you for monsters. Oh, you're welcome. You are welcome. This one is going to have just like one big kind of oval eyeball right across there. You know what? This one's probably going to have an eyeball. What do you guys think? Let's do 5 eyeballs. Let's see if I can get 5 across. These are little, guys. These are little. No, I can get 3 across, though. That is a commitment. And what about this guy? One eyeball. You know what? Let's let him have two. But they're going to be kind of on the big side. All right. Do they look like monsters yet? I think they do. Okay, now I've got these three. We will quickly scribble around them because I feel a little bit drier now. Just so that we kind of know where the body is. Because we're going to give some of these guys some horns. We might make one like a unicorn. But that's the basic body shape. So that'll be 8 monsters you guys have available. What about like a eyeball like this? Almost like a teardrop shape. Yes. Don't know how I would put an eyelid on that one. He doesn't have eyelids. Yeah, you know what? They're Valentine's monsters, so they got to be friendly and happy. Right? Maybe. This is getting 3 eyeballs. And this one's just going to get another, like a long across that, but he might have 2 or 3 pupils. Pardon me. All right. All right. So since I've got so much of this paint left, I'm going to add like some horns and stuff, maybe some little legs and feet out of the colors that I've got here because they're going to match that way. Comes into the matchy right now. So this guy can have goofy legs. He can have 3 legs, 4 legs. Let's give him 4 legs. Why not? We've got monsters. They got to have fun. It's going to be like a little skittery kind of thing. They need feet. So we're going to just put kind of like little balls on the ends. And when we start using the ink and stuff, he's going to have like little feet. And this guy's just going to have really weird, longish legs. And feet. And he's going to have arms like this. He's going to be fun. He's going to be happy. And he's going to be kind of like a dancing monster. Those almost look like horns, guys. But we're going to give him some little fingers. And this one's just going to have 2 kind of like little stumpy legs. Getting a lot of pink. Let's throw some blue on that. Here too. And he's got fingers. And this one's going to have like toes. So I'm going to do a blob across the bottom. And he's going to have like a unicorn horn. All right. Itty bitty feeties. Yeah. Fred Astaire monster. Could be. Bells on their toes. I think they're a little small to have bells on their toes. So we're going to let that dry and I'll start embellishing. These guys. These guys, you guys will see much better. So how about if we have a leg here and a leg there? I guess they could be arms. Oh, you know what? They could be long hanging arms, like knuckle dragger. Not going there, Kim. Stop it. And then he could just have 2 like little feet sticking here. But those are going to be like little hands. And he could have horns. Let's give you a couple of little horns, just like that. And of course, I'm going to have to give them mouths because they got to have teeth. Then this one, what do you got? Hey, dude, what do you got? You could have. Oh, let's give him two arms out this side. Right? He can have two arms out that side. And what about wings? Think he should have some little wings off this side so that he can fly. Little flying monster. It's got wings and arms. Looks like a little bug. This guy, let's just give him legs like this. Because, sometimes you just got to have normally kind of looking dudes too. Yep. You can even have almost like birdie feet, a couple of toes. We could put, if they were bigger, I could put warts on them or something. Could be fun. This guy, he can just have little feet that go like this. Okay, they're big feet that go like that. But he can have like just little wee arms. We'll give him some fingers. And does he have horns or does he not have horns? Horns or no horns, guys? I need bigger wings. He needs bigger wings. Guys aren't answering. Horns? Horns. 3 horns? Let's see, like a one up the middle. And, oh, you know what? He could have like horns like that. This dude, no horns. He can just have like little hands sticking like this because I've got him right against the edge of the page because I wasn't thinking. But he could have like really long legs. Really long legs. And some weird feet. All right. We got legs and arms on all the monsters. Now we need some mouths. And of course, I'm going to use red because that's the way it is. Can. This guy is going to have, because they're Valentine monsters, happy monsters, everybody's got to be smiling. So we're going to give him a big, goofy side smile like this because he's got eyes on one side. This one, just a little wee smile. Just tiny, itty bitty smile. They almost look like weird fruits. I don't know how this guy's mouth should go. Point and down like that, so that's kind of open-ish. He's going to have big, wide smile. This one could be kind of like this. Big lips. And this one's just going to have just a regular, cute little smile. I don't know how well you guys can see that. This guy can have a big smile. Big smile. Big happy face smile. They're not going to have noses. I don't think they can have noses. So we can go like this. And one more. You could have like a dopey smile. A wiggly woggly one. All right. All right, all right, all right. So let's start doing a little bit of embellishing. See what's dry. So we've got a horn. It's a good idea to give it some definition like this. His legs are still wet, but we can outline the eyeball and give him some eyelashes. Let's go underneath the mouth, and up top of the mouth. Give that the outline. He doesn't have any arms. Ha! Okay. Now this part of his feet are still quite wet. Hi, Anne. Welcome back. Welcome back. This one has 3 eyeballs. He's got fingers. He's happy. He's doing a happy dance. Happy dance. And the mouth. Some of this paint is still quite wet because I put the red on pretty thick and the eyeballs are pretty thick. But you know what? It's just fine because then I just outline it a little bit differently. These guys have toes too. And he needs lots of eyelashes. Are they coming together? Yes, no. Coming together, not so much. This guy needs like toes like this. This guy needs little toes. No arms. No arms on this one either. That's okay. Not everybody has to have arms. Those guys, close to done. Corbett, Kimmel, Kirby, Yarrow, and Yarnell. This is just regular copy paper, but they could very well be named those names. Could very well be. Of course, we're going to give them some little teeth. Got arms, horns. Can give them little toenails. We'll just see how elaborate I want to get with these guys. These are the arms, so we need fingers or claws. Guess I could give them big, okay, nails. And he's got wings. These are wings. I saw how somebody put like veining on wings just the other day, but I'm having a mind blank for that. These wings. Wow, just totally drawing a blank. I'll figure that out. I have to think about it. You know, sometimes you just got to think about things. Got a little smile. Oh yeah, his paint was really wet, so what? Thanks, Belinda. They're coming together. They're coming together, slow but sure. This one's kind of got spiky fingers. Well, sorry guys. All of a sudden I'm not talking. That's not fair. That's not nice. I kind of just got lost for a sec there in my creativity. I like the guys with the big long legs. They're fun. Oh, don't forget to outline all the eyeballs, Kim. Okay, so we're going to need to put black dots for the eyes. Let's just use a marker for that because it's just going to be easiest. Oh, thanks, Pixie. And this guy's looking over that way. Oh, this guy's got one big eye in the middle. These guys could be looking this way, sort of. What about you look straight ahead? Straight ahead, dude. Straight ahead. Oh, you're going to have a big one right there. You guys are all looking up to the left, and you, can have eyes like this. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so we got some eyeballs happening. Got to give them a little bit of teeth. I think I will use this liner brush. The liner brush. Looks like a girl. Cool. I have no idea who's what. You know the way I operate. You need to have some little teeth happening. Because they're monsters. Monsters have teeth. They do, they do. Oh, this guy's got weird teeth. It's going to have all over the place teeth. Oh, and somebody needs claws. Who's going to have claws? You can have some claws. Well, some monsters have to have claws. Yeah, like that. Teeth. We're doing teeth. You could have some fangs. Let's give you a couple of really nice fangs. Because we don't want them too scary, right? Definitely don't want them too scary. Yeah, you need fangs too. You're just getting 2 little fangs, and you're just going to get a bunch of little white teeth all across. There we go. We have some teeth. Now, I don't know, do we want pupils? We've got pupils. Do we want irises? Do we want eyebrows? We need a couple with eyebrows. Not everybody has to have eyebrows. The ones that have 1 eye, 3 eyes, like the guy with the 3 eyes clumped, kind of hard to give him eyebrows. This guy can have it. Let's give this guy an eyebrow. You know what? I need the marker for that. Okay, this guy can have an eyebrow. This guy can have a monobrow, right? Unibrow. Ah, I love you, unibrow. This guy can have 3 eyebrows. I think that's good for eyebrows. Some of them I think I would like to put some irises on. Let's do some orange. Spiky fingers is Spike. Orange iris there. Pupil. Pupil, Kim. They're pupils. Jeez Louise. And maybe somebody with a big blue eye. This guy can have a big blue eye. Oh yeah, I'm liking them. I like that. Somebody needs to have long red fingernails, like claws. That can be this one. Okay, some of these are kind of mean looking monsters now. Sorry. You know, I can call this grouping done almost. Somebody needs some bloodshot eyes though. Do. Pretty happy with them. With the changes in their features, they need different names. Okay, this guy needs some knees. We'll give him some knees. He doesn't have any arms. And we need to outline those teeth just a little bit. Give them that little bit of definition. Don't like the way that nail turned out. I've got to redo it. There you go. This one needs that outlined. Mark off the teeth. Let's do this. What do you think? Are they done? Are these ones done? They look like happy little monsters. They really do. Okay, I don't know how to make these look like wings. They look more like fins. Guy needs some eyelashes over here. Mark the teeth. This guy can have elbows. This guy can have little wee toenails. It's all about the little details. Mark the teeth. Your teeth are marked. You're good. Oh, I'll have to put the little white sparkles in their eyes yet. That's okay. I can do that. Some eyelashes. Everybody needs some eyelashes. Oh, now that one looks kind of angry. Well, maybe she didn't get a Valentine's Day card, or he didn't get a Valentine's, Knees, needs some knees, and toenails. I didn't separate your teeth. Okay, let's give them their white spots in their eyes because they have to have that little glint thing. Monsters in hats. How? Yes, you can get a copy of these monsters. I will scan them in and I will put them in the community tab here, and I will also put them in my Facebook group, Meet Your Creativity. Give the little white sparkles, guys. Gotta have the little white sparkles in the eyes because they gotta twinkle. Those ones don't have irises, so they don't get. But these guys do. Oh, you're welcome. Don't know what you guys are going to use them for because they're little. I will Wobble cut them out and put them on a white background, a cleaner white background, and you may have to remove the lines from around them, something like that. Anyway, you'll be able to figure it out. Oh yeah, stickers for sure. If you want to turn them into stickers, by all means, do it. Use them. Actually, these would be wonderful stickers, or even just do them, cut them out. And if you're sending out Happy Mail or something, use them as the seal on the envelope. Like that's what I do with my little stick people and my fish a lot of times. So, yeah, okay, let's just Wobble cut them out and glue them on a piece of paper. Look, I even have a piece of paper right here. Let's do that, and then I can scan it, and they'll be ready for you guys shortly after I am done streaming. What do you guys think? Work for you? So I'm going to just wobble cut close. I'm not going to do between their legs because chances are I will chop one off today. And you guys can give them your own names. All I ask is that you don't share them with anybody. You can use them for whatever you want, just don't share them out. That's all I ask. Oh, they are cute little monsters. I know the ones with the blue outlines are... But you know what? They got text. It's kind of interesting with the text. And you can get much closer to cutting them than I can. Chances are. I'm going to get just a little bit closer in here, I think. I hope this gave you, yeah, careful around the toes and fingers for sure. I hope this gave you an idea to try making your own little paint blob monsters. So like I say, I'm going to take them and I'll glue them down on that paper. So when you're printing it, chances are you're going to get that little outline, a gray outline. I think I left enough room that you guys can still cut around carefully to eliminate that ring around the monster. They're fun, guys. I like them. You know, remember the last time I liked monsters? I ended up with 200 of them. Blessed things. And these guys are really cute. Really cute. Yeah, I have I have a lot of monsters. And I had a plan for them. Now I have another plan. I'll throw this plan at you guys. You know that monstrosity book I did? Those of you, you know what? Maybe I'll just run upstairs and grab it because I don't know if you've all seen it. Oh yeah, I've been on for 2 hours. I hope I'm not boring you. I'll grab my monstrosity book and do a flip through of it. And the reason I want to do a flip through of it is because I want to throw an idea at you. So there's the 8 little monsters you guys are going to get. I'll glue them down right away. I could. Hey, Pam, nice to see you, hon. It's been a long time. I could, you know what? I could make them into stickers if I had the know-how. I don't know how to do that kind of stuff. I'll be right back. Gotta get the book. Oh, getting older every day, a little bit older. Okay, so this is the Monstrosity book. It's my prototype of Anne Laure did a book, and she did a neighborhood book, and I wanted to do a neighborhood book, but then I decided to turn it into the monsters. So because it was my prototype, the paper that I glued on, these are my buildings that I did. I photocopied them. I put them on wrong. I should have done them this way because the book goes this way when you open it, orientation-wise. Okay, so each page, pardon me, has monsters and buildings. And of course, I had to have the commits flag because these are my commits. Lost cat. But this is what I did for my monster city. Yes, that is upside down intentionally. I've had 3 people point that out. Why is that upside down? So, anyway, I was thinking that if I did kids' books like this, they would be on pages, right? So that it wouldn't all be, but they would be pages. Do you think that this would make a decent enough kids' book so that the kids could tell the story? Right? So they could look at this picture and say, oh, he fell down, or this one, like they could make a story up about it. Or you could play, I spy something in a plant pot, or, a number or something. I'm just asking. Yeah, see, I don't want to write a story about it. I want the kids to use their imagination. And is that monster going off to work? Something like that. And of course, I did all my fan trashy flowers, my buildings. I've got some fairy houses in the tree. And these are my little stick people that I use. Okay. If my monsters, they don't all have happy, smiley features, But they're not scary. I just thought that a book like this, if kids could come up with their own stories about it, like I used to sit with the grandkids and we would tell stories, right? I would start them off. Once upon a time in a galaxy not so very far away, there was and then they would have to continue it. And I've got them all recorded. Right. And there would definitely be an introduction. I would write up an introduction. And then it wouldn't have to be in everybody's different languages. It could just be the book, and they could use their own language to make up this story, or name the flowers, or find the pink flower, or, how many lampposts have you seen? I don't know. So I'm thinking that if I did kids' books, maybe I would have a couple of pages of monsters, then I could have Goonie Bird scenes, I could have cats, I could have anything like my bookworms. Like, why are there fish on the clothesline? Why are there fish and socks on the clothesline? Maybe they want their socks to smell like fish. I don't know. So anyway, I'm thinking that I would like to do kids' books like this. Yeah, how many windows are on this page? Right. Can you see something that starts with the letter A? Like I would give a list of questions that they could play with the kids with. Can you find the numbers on the buildings? Yeah, even publishing for adults. So anyway, it would just be a book of street scenes, right? Like we were talking about doing the catwalk when we were doing the cats. When I did the cats, we had a whole list of things: the catwalk, Alley Cat, and we had Tomcat, and so we have ideas, but just possibilities is what I'm thinking, not necessarily specific story. No, I'm not going to be a famous author. Oh, thanks, Dana. So, yeah, that's my idea of it. So here are the monsters. Let's glue them down onto the paper. These monsters are free. I'm going to scan them in, put them in the community tab, put them in, meet your creativity. You're free to use them for whatever you like. If you're putting them in a journal to sell, tags, stickers, just don't give them to other people. I'd rather they come and follow me. You know what I mean? Like, I had glue right here. Hi, Dana. How are you, hon? I was asked to do some Valentine monsters, and I'm not sticking hearts on them. I just did happy little monsters. But yeah, I've got like 200 different monsters, so I could do a series almost of crazy monster books. I just have to do the buildings and things. But I had a lot of fun, and our lovely Anne, Florida Anne, when she did her neighborhood book. That's what inspired me to do this. Okay, can put them all on one side of the page so people have half a page that they can still use, right? Right. So anyway, that was my thought, that because I still want to do that alphabet book with the Goonie birds. A double-sided sticker tape. Oh, yeah, like that. I could do that. I could do monster parts and build their own monsters. Like, yeah, that could be fun. See, in the alphabet book that I wanted to do, I've got a font called Print Clearly. So I'll run this by you. It's lovely having Anne here because with her having been a school teacher, I got to pick your brain. Let me grab my monsters as soon as I've glued these guys down. Make sure that they're not too close to the edge. You know what? I might add some of my big monsters too. I've got lots. I got lots. And that gel pen obviously ran, so you guys have some mucky marks. I'm sorry. You are going to have to wobble cut them pretty close. Either that, or if you edge them with muck water or whatever, they should be okay. Okay, monsters. Grab. Oh, Goonie birds. Goonie birds. I love the Goonie birds. And I'm adding a couple more monsters to this page. Okay, I'm going to add a couple of the big monsters, but these are my Goonie birds. Okay, Pixie, thanks for coming. Take care. So with the Goonie birds, I want to have like a classroom. And each of the Goonies would come up and tell a story about, you're welcome, hope to see you again. Tell a story about a specific bird. Like they've got names like Allie Ock and okay, take care, Pam. Thanks for coming. Olivia Owl, that kind of thing, right? I love alliteration. So the Goonie would be at the front of the class or and there'd be a blackboard, and on the blackboard there would be a picture of a real auk and a one-line blurb about a real auk. And then under that would be the print clearly so that they could copy out the letters from the blurb. Does that make sense? But it would be an alphabet book, a bird for each letter. And I have the 26 birds. I have more than 26 birds. But I thought that they were fun enough that I could definitely do, a classroom of fun birds. So anyway, those are the Goonie birds. And I want to do a classroom, but I want to do it that style. Like the same way the monstrosity book was done. I have a whole bunch of books I want to do, guys. Okay, let's add some monsters to this. Blue one. Need a red one. Green one. I don't know if you guys want these big ones too, but I'm putting them on there just because I can. Can I fit one more? Will you fit? Will you fit? Maybe I need another uppy downy. Nope. Somebody else. Somebody else. Another color. More monsters, the better. This one. This one. Okay, let's get rid of that one. That one's too big. Let's use that one, and this one, and this one. And no, you don't want the one with the blood dripping out of the mouth, Kim. With stuff coming out of his nose. No, you need something fun and happy, right? Fun and happy. There. No, that's the same color as that one. I don't want to go and grab the other bag. This one. This one's kind of fun. This is actually a monster under the bed. There. They'll fit. You'll just have to cut them out. That's a dozen monsters. Deal? Deal. That was fun. I had fun today. And you guys can make hats for them, since I've shown you how I do hats. You can make hats and toques, and this is a monster stuck in the door. I have a couple more bags over there. I just, you know. All right. Well, it has been 2.5 hours. I would like to thank you guys very, very much for being here and spending the time, me blathering, and I hope that these guys have inspired you to, see, the marks behind are because I did it on this paper and it's showing through. So I'm going to put these guys down. I'm going to scan them. They'll be on the community tab. They will be in Meet Your Creativity. So I hope you have fun with them. Share what you're doing with them. Let me know. Because, you know. So thanks everybody for being here. I appreciate everybody for being in the audience and participating and chatting. Thanks to everybody in the balcony. I appreciate each and every one of you. And thanks very much to anybody who watches replays. Hugs to you all. Remember, Friday, we're on Jean's channel and we're starting the junk embroidery. So take care, everybody. Hugs. Talk to you soon. Bye. You're welcome.